the mind behind the curtain.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah.
Yeah, baby, and we're back for another episode
of the mind behind the curtain. Yeah.
Right. We're gonna be talking about everything universal, but today we have a special episode for you guys.
All our conspiracies.
It's about all our conspiracies, baby. So let's do this, man. Let's get right into it, brother.
Yeah, man.
And I'm trying to turn this down. Technical difficulty.
Jamie, what are you doing, Jamie?
Yeah, we need a Jamie in here, man. Props to Jamie, man, because
he does a lot
really
for
good
Joe,
shit
man.
for Joe Rogan and shit.
Man.
Props and shout out to Joe Rogan.
Yeah, let's start off with this.
All right.
Okay, so Boston Robotics, we heard about them back in early pandemic stages that they had this robotic dog down in Singapore.
Yeah.
Doing surveillance, stop social, people that aren't social distancing to make them social distance. And now, apparently, it's been shown in Canada and also in New York with the New York Police Department.
That's right. There was a video that somebody released a couple of days ago, and it was of a dog, a robotic dog, walking around the streets of New York.
Yeah, and it was it was dressed like blue. I mean, painted blue and all the same colors as the police department.
Yeah, and it had like a weird camera. Like, it looked like a cylinder coming out of his it was this, but cylinder coming out of his head.
Push this up a little bit more so people can see it.
Yeah, maybe we can play this one and show the people what it looks like. I mean, it looks like a giant mosquito.
So you're saying the camera was around in this area?
Yeah, it was right here, and it was like a cylinder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What else did it look different about it?
Pretty much the same. Just like on top of this, on top of here, there was like this cylinder kind of apparatus that looks like a camera or something. But I mean, okay, so
it went on a domestic dispute or something like that?
Who went into a domestic dispute?
The one in New York. Oh. It went along with the police officer to a domestic
something
dispute.
like that. Yeah, the police were walking around with it, and basically they were attending some disturbance somewhere. I don't know, but they were testing it out. I guess right now we don't know much about it, but obviously maybe it can't sniff drugs yet. But maybe they use it as a recording apparatus, intimidation tactic. Mm-hmm. I have no idea what they would use it for, but you were saying
night
vision. You were saying that they were using it for keeping people,
to social distance.
To social distance.
Yeah, in Singapore.
I can see them doing that.
Yeah.
Now that being said, I mean, obviously. There will be some rules and regulations that are going to be implemented in order not to damage this dog.
Well, in New York, they already said if you attack it or do anything to it, it's like you're doing that to a police officer.
That's right. It would be like assaulting a police officer, right?
So, right there, right? Please don't drink your ice and smack it with your...
Man, it's so hot today. It's such a hot day, bro. I needed some ice. Okay, yeah. Well, man, that's crazy, dude. And obviously, in the future is here, people, and we're gonna see more of these crazy things happening, and we're gonna see them on our streets. I see it more as an intimidation tactic more than anything, brother.
Yeah, it is just straight up intimidation, to tell you the truth. When you look at this, you see, oh, it's cool, yeah, electronics, yeah. All the kids are going to love that.
Yeah.
They're going to think it's a big toy.
Of course.
Right? And then more of the teenagers will be like, oh, that's cool, I need to get one, save up for one. Yeah. Then the adults are like, shit, I don't want that coming around me because I know they're going to sniff some drugs on me, my weed, or the counterfeit dough, or else the money that I'm not supposed to have because I got it from crypto, all that kind of stuff.
We're never going to know how these robotic things are going to behave or what kind of technology they're going to have in them. But yeah, definitely maybe some infrared sighting where they can look in through your pockets, like X-ray vision.
This one
never know, right?
Yeah, well, this one could run, jump, and it could unlock doors.
There you go. I mean, if this is putting some of these officers out of harm's way,
yeah, that's cool.
If they have to infiltrate a room where there's some violent people to be expected,
Yeah.
or to be that they think that they're going to encounter some of these like people that are violent, you know, or maybe perhaps in order to like separate a domestic dispute, you know.
Or you know what I could see these doing? Being part of the actual fire department. Going
Yeah.
into a building
Yeah.
where it's an inferno, basically,
Yeah.
and finding exactly the location of people distressed.
That's right.
And then they know exactly where to go instead
right.
of trying to figure out where to go for the fire department.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
perhaps like maybe they're strong enough that, you know, some of these people can just like hop on them and ride them out.
Yeah, they could. No, they're very strong in these things.
And they can actually be saving lives. So
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
I'm for that, but I'm not for how it turned out in Black Mirror.
Yeah, you were
Heavy
saying
metal.
that. You were saying that.
It was a disaster. And it was more like these things are trying to kill, and they had like things coming out and shooting,
Yeah.
and it was horrible.
Well, we can also talk about the reality of how some of these robots or dog robots or whatever they're calling them, they can be fully armed. I mean, you can mount a machine gun or some sort of like, you know,
a nail
rocket
gun.
projectile or something, or even like an electric shocking gun, or whatever they call them.
But I could see a nail gun on these things, man.
A nail gun would be amazing on one of these things, man. Not so much for the people receiving the nail.
Exactly.
Shit, that would be crazy, man. But yeah, you know, this is the way that the future is going, and you know, we at one point we thought that this was a conspiracy, that there will be robots monitoring us, monitoring the people, and
called it.
and it's a big conspiracy because
I called about the robots.
Yeah, it's becoming a reality, even with drones, right? Like drones now. Like at one point, people were saying, "Oh yeah, well, you know, they're gonna put cameras on each corner to have facial recognition and to keep tabs on us."
It's already happening though.
Exactly.
In the
it's already
States.
happening. Yeah.
Not here so much, but here I just talked to a friend of mine that has his uncle in the Canadian Air Force, and he says there are drone wars happening right now before our eyes, before we don't even know that are happening, right?
Right.
And they might be, say, from China, from Russia. We don't know where these drones are from, that they're having wars with, but they said, well, he said that we have the fastest drones in the world, and the ones that could reach the farthest distance in range.
Right. Well, that's the thing too, that the conspiracy theories that are out there believe that you know, we have been visited by aliens, and maybe some of these drones are
alien technology.
Alien technology, man.
Yeah.
You know, and they're just checking us out, and maybe some of these people that are involved in this drone wars are taking down alien flying objects. I mean, the Pentagon put it out.
Yeah. That could be possible, man.
Yeah,
maybe there's surveillance with these UFOs that are coming. They have their little drones coming out, and they're doing surveillance on us, and we're like, nah, man, not gonna happen.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
You know, that kind of stuff. But back to this dog. I think, to tell you the truth, and this is gonna be on a conspiracy level in some sense as well. If the digital passports come out, I believe these are gonna be around a lot more.
Right.
And they might be like at events. Okay, for people that want to try to sneak in, that doesn't have their digital passport or something like that, and you know, grab them, you know, by their camera, and then they're intercepted by security or whatever like that, right?
Yeah.
I think these are going to be implemented a lot more. I think right now they're just subtly just putting them into place.
Yeah, right.
Slowly.
Well, you know, now when you arrive to the airport here in Vancouver, you have an express check-in where you can just go and scan your face. It scans your face, scans your passport, right? And it's funny because on the first The first time I used one of those, man, it was hilarious, bro. Because you walk up to this like, this kind of, I guess, tower, miniature tower, where you scan your passport, and then it tells you, don't smile, right? Oh. But that really is telling you we're taking a picture of you. So look in the camera, don't smile. Then you look, and you can't, like, my first time I was like, what? And I went like this, huh? And so it took a picture of me going like, huh? Like that, bro. So immediately I'm looking like I'm nervous. I'm looking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because some of these...
You're a terrorist.
These customs agents are trained to read your facial expressions.
Oh, totally.
So anything, and that's the thing, anything that is digital or AI or anything like that has to have some type of human input into it. Mm-hmm. So whoever is putting this information into like these robots, into AI, into anything that's digital, that is making up the mind for us, is making us decide how to use that technology, is being, I guess, deciphered or decided by an individual, right?
Yeah, but then what if one of these things have a glitch?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, the facial recognition has shown glitches.
Big time.
Because there's so many people that have the same bone structure, same eye color.
And there's our double gangers that are out there.
Yeah, the doppler gangers.
Doppler gangers? We always be fucking up.
You know what we're saying.
Yeah, our twins,
like
man. Our twins.
Yeah, man. So that's one of the glitches, of course. But sure, it could have another glitch where it starts malfunctioning and it starts running over. Imagine these things running over an old person or a baby or a child.
Like locking down someone that had their baby in a carriage and then knocks it down and kills the kid.
That's right, bro. Terrible. Horrible.
Yeah, these things, like, I understand what they're trying to do. I believe what they're trying to do is trying to save money by implementing these into society because they want to save money at the end of it by not paying police officers to do jobs.
Exactly. And I mean, again, these things must be so expensive. I think that's the point you're trying to make here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, saving the salaries or not having to spend the salaries on actual dogs or people. But at the end of the day, this robot is going to need maintenance. So there's got to be somebody out there that's going to get paid to maintain this robot. Yeah. Not only maybe like the technician, but also the software analyst or whatever, the person that implements the software on these things. Yeah. They could also be a pilot, bro. Right? Somebody, like, you know how these drones are controlled? They have a pilot sitting down somewhere in a booth and controlling the drone. Yeah. Maybe there's somebody controlling this.
You know what? I believe now they are doing that, but down the road, I think they're going to be self-sufficient.
Like they're going to be walking around on their own will? Yeah. Yeah, sure, man. Of course. We have the technology. For example, we have that vacuum cleaner that walks around your apartment.
Yeah, and it just cleans and it stops and it moves.
Into stuff. Yeah. And then you have all the drones now that they have the technology to actually recognize walls or objects in order to avoid them.
And facial recognition and
facial recognition and the camera and everything. Yeah, man. Right. But that's the thing too. At the end, they are going to be storing data. They're going to be recording everything that's happening. And all of that's going to have to be up to review at the end of the day by human beings, bro.
Well, it's like when you go through one of those red cameras and you get a speeding ticket or you go through a red light. Someone is looking at those.
That's right.
And then they have to send it to someone else to actually do the ticketing.
That's right. That's right.
It's the same thing. I mean, people are going to have jobs still. I'm not saying they're not going to have their jobs. Yeah. But this is a way of stopping certain individuals getting hurt on the job, certain situations they might have that they feel that, okay, let's bring these in, just like when they bring those robots in when there's bomb to be diffused and stuff like that, right? Right. So it's the same scenario, I think, but I know there's a sinister thing going on here. I just feel it, man. I just feel it. I think a lot of this is to do with WEF. I'm gonna throw it out there. World Economic Forum. I know you want to get rid of a lot. I know they want to get rid of workers, man. I know it.
Yeah.
And they're doing that in Germany. And I believe that they're going to be doing it here. I believe they're doing it in the States. I just feel deep inside of me, they really want to get rid of the population of workers.
Yeah.
And
well, let's get into the conspiracy of depopulation, like depopulating the world, man. Like, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of people calling this whole pandemic a genocide, and you know, and saying that part of these vaccines are to depopulate the masses. But that being said, there's a lot of people also being born, bro. Like, you know,
that's true.
So, we got to take in consideration how many people are born versus how many people are dead.
But for that being said, we have to figure out what country we're talking about.
Yeah. Could the conspiracy be associated to like all these millionaires or billionaires wanting to convert Earth or convert this planet into their own little citadel, like their own, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like they've actually conjured up the idea of creating their own little communities. And obviously, you know, we're not part of a big millionaire group, but there is like communities out there, and conspiracy theories, they can call out the 1%, the Illuminati, all this stuff. But the truth is that there's thousands of these communities that have millionaires living in them, and they all, you know, hang out with each other. They're all gated off.
Yep.
They take trips to their own little vacation spots. You know, some of these spots are run and owned by their own communities.
Yeah.
You know, and basically could that be it, man? That these rich families, they're talking about, hey, you know what? We want our own space. Let's get rid of some people. Because, I mean, if you go back to like the conspiracy of Cuba, Havana, all these places like were within Cuba or within like all that Mediterranean area, the Caribbean, where all the elite back in the day used to look at this island as their getaway.
I remember that too.
And then basically that's where they would go and party and have these orgies and their casinos and their gambling and all. They could actually let loose. You know, they had their own little private army until the people like said enough of this shit.
Enough is enough. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's, I mean, it's not a far-fetched conspiracy that could be happening, but man, maybe they're taking over, man. Maybe they want to take over, you know, certain places and then say, you know, this is our own. We want to kick out the poor people. We want to.
Yeah, that's not even a conspiracy.
No, it's not, because it's happening.
Fact. It happened, right? So
and then the thing is, like, what are they going to be served by robots?
Yeah.
You know?
No, they're just gonna have.
Is their armies going to be all these like robots that are going to be protecting them?
Drones,
yeah, dogs.
Yeah.
I want to show you this quick little video here, man, and it's it's unboxing a low-cost robot dog. So like we were talking about like how they can commercialize this, right?
Is it the one with the Samoyed or the Husky or whatever?
I'm not sure, but you gotta check this out, man.
I think I've seen this already.
Here, let me see.
I was gonna get one.
Oh, there we go. I'm bending over here. Okay.
Okay.
You were planning on getting one of these?
If it's the same one. Oh no, not this.
So they say that this is a low cost robot, but let me play it for you.
I seen this one. Yeah, this is crazy.
Oh, and I think I gave you the plug for the sound.
Oh well,
but
no sound.
But basically, yeah, if you want to give me the USB cable there.
Technical difficulties.
This is basically the robot itself, man, and you know.
A1 robot, and it came in a big wooden crate, which you've already taken it out of, and I guess it comes in this custom travel case, and we're going to see what's inside it. For those who don't know, the A1 is a four-legged crawling robot.
Quadruped.
And it is designed, I guess, would you say after the Boston Spot?
Definitely looks like it, and has some similar applications. You can walk on uneven terrain with it. It can run pretty fast. Use it for search and rescue, or maybe if you want to map.
Looks like it's what, 50 pounds, 60 pounds,
So
something like that?
definitely good for those types of applications.
That is sturdy. God, I mean, that is pretty, yeah.
So look at them, they're getting up and they want to walk away from it like it's going to attack them.
So it can also be used for workouts. If you're into CrossFit and you want to do some kettlebells, that works for that as well. But the body casing on this thing is very strong. And they call it the A1, but it's basically designed just like the Big Dog Spot or the MIT Cheetah robots. It's about the size of the MIT Cheetah robots. So
obviously this robot right here, and I just wanna fast forward a little bit where they actually put it to work, and it's interesting because
now are they moving it, or is it self-sufficient walking around and stuff?
Well, we're gonna find out. I think it's probably remote controlled, but again, see, there's people that are gonna be excited about things like this, man. And let's look at it. Let's look at it in action. I mean, from that angle, it looks like a grasshopper. Imagine building a grasshopper robot, man.
It says to keep a 1 to 2 meter distance.
I know what those are in America.
Whoa.
Safe distance. Alright, so there's a normal mode and a sport mode. We're currently in normal mode. I think what I'm about to do should make it roll over. No, maybe not. You gotta turn on the remote first. Probably a good man.
You have a kill mode?
Oh, look at it, can roll over.
Whoa.
Controlling up and down. And left and right.
Oh shit.
Right analog.
Like it has limbs, man, and
Pretty agile.
yeah,
Wow. Oh, look at that.
like a spider. The way it walks, it has like that.
Oh, it even ruffles up when you pick it up, you know? Oh, look at that. You could probably sit on it and ride it.
Yeah, that's why
I can see kids having fun with it. What was that?
That's why I'm saying the ones from Boston Robotics, they're gonna be stronger than this thing. Look at this thing. It looks like they're fast forwarding the freaking thing, the footage, and it's not.
I fast forwarded.
No, I'm talking about now.
I'm playing it in a little bit fast mode.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that. It just rolled over. Just fell. Oh my god. So there you go, people. There you have it. It's real. Here you go, bro. I'll give you back your cable until we're gonna get a splitter for that.
Yeah, man.
You know, again, there's people out there that are looking at all this technology. You know, where's my thing here? Oh, there we go. There's a lot of people out there that are looking at all these new advancements, and they're saying, "Man, this is exciting times. This is great." You know, that we are moving forward in terms of technology. But there's people out there that are saying, "Man, this technology can turn on us. They're going to use it against us." You know, and again, but if you have nothing to hide and you have nothing to worry about, then you're in the clear. And ding, I get another point right there. Oh, bro, it's looking crazy, man. That's happened twice already. Yeah, and again, you know, like this is a conspiracy that has manifested into reality, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, technology evolves regardless if we wanted to or not, right?
Right.
I mean, look, from the 8-track cassette player when you listen to music in a car and at home to now it's an MP3 and it's Bluetooth from your device to your earphones.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
you
crazy.
know?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought like CD was like, whoa.
Oh, back
when
in
they
the day?
first came
Yeah,
out. I was like,
yeah,
this is awesome technology. Yeah. Look at it. It's shiny. It's cool. Yeah. It's easy to use. Mm-hmm. And then boom, it's like, oh, where'd the CDs go? and that was only a few years.
Yeah, exactly, bro. That was not too long ago, man.
No.
I had a friend of mine that, you know, she is in her mid-20s, right, 25, 26. And when she came to my apartment, the first thing that she noticed was my collection of Blu-ray. And she goes, oh, you still have Blu-rays?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought when I came in here.
She's like, I don't own any Blu-rays. And like, I download everything. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. And she looked at my Blu-rays like they were part of history of past.
I know
of the past, man.
Yeah, it's like that. What was that movie we're gonna watch? And they were against the. No, it was the The Twilight Zone.
Oh, the Twilight Zone. Yeah, like we're against books.
Against the books.
Yeah.
Alex, you are no longer needed for society. Your Blu-rays are obsolete, so you must be terminated.
yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like, that's the conspiracy theory that eventually we as humans become obsolete, and these people know that we no longer are essential to this society.
Yeah,
or that we're not
no longer needed. Sorry, folks. We are our own demise.
So the message here, and we want to leave you with this, is
stop technology.
Or get on with technology. Like, keep up to date with technology.
No, what I would say is for those people that are younger out there that are listening, I say it's time for you to forget about working at your local restaurants and all that kind of stuff, and stop taking the crap bull that you usually take, that we have taken in in college and universities, and go for high tech, big tech.
Yeah.
Do what is about to change your reality, because we're stuck and we're fucked. But you're lucky because you can advance.
You can, and you have the capacity in your brain to study new material.
Exactly. Me, I can't remember my own name half the time. No, I'm just joking.
I still can't forget my 80s though. I'm still living in the 80s, man. All right, guys.
Obviously, look at the freaking Blu-rays you have.
That's right. Well, that was the early 90s.
Yeah, but you're still living in the past, man.
In the past, can't let go. All right, people. Well, thank you very much for listening to this episode of The Mind Behind the Curtain.
Yeah, that was like only 2 things about the all conspiracy.
But we're going to talk more, man. We'll do another episode.
We're doing another one? Okay.
We might get into aliens. You never know, people. Stay tuned.
Yeah. We out.
Take us out.
It's The Mind Behind the Curtain.
Ouch.
Whoop, whoop. Alex and Jose. What up, y'all? How you all doing? We're gonna talk about